Coming up tonight, we got some insights on some campus attractions and a look at who will be India's youth future president.
You're not going to want to miss this. Stay tuned.
Do you have some creativity you would like to show off? Make sure you stop by at Canvas Night. Even if you are not the most artistic person, there will be an artist on site to guide you through a painting of your choice. This event will be held tomorrow from 9:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the lower level of the Memorial Union. Food and gifts will be provided.
This Sunday, February 6th, the Asian and Asian American students at NDSU are putting on a Lunar New Year celebration. This will take place from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the evening in the Memorial Union Ballroom. Tickets are $5 for students, and food will be provided. Come celebrate the Year of the Tiger.
Campus Attractions will host a movie on campus during the second weekend of each month, unless the second weekend falls on a holiday. Students will then have a chance to win free tickets to the Marcus Theaters for the rest of the month by attending these campus attractions. Make sure to check out NDSU events calendar for movie titles and times. All movies are shown in the Memorial Union Century Theater.
Today was the last open forum in the presidential candidate search. All open forums have been recorded and posted on the NDSU Presidential Search website. Reporter Malik Mitchell has more on this topic.
The North Dakota State University Presidential Search Committee has narrowed a large nationwide pool of highly qualified applicants to 5 candidates who will be interviewed on campus between January 24th through February 3rd. Dr. Jill Lotters is co-chairing the NDSU Presidential Search Committee with Dr. Greg Lardy, NDSU Vice President for Agriculture. The candidates include presidents, chancellors and vice chancellors, and provosts. The pool of candidates have an exceptional range of experience with diverse student bodies and a remarkable body of work in engineering, agriculture, advanced technology, business, economic, and workforce development. The 5 candidates include David Cook, Vice Chancellor for Public Affairs and Economic Development for the University of Kansas at Lawrence. Hesham El-Rowini is a Provost and Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs for Marymount University in the Washington, D.C. area. Mary Holtzcloth, Chancellor for the University of Minnesota Crookston and Active Executive Chancellor for Crookston and University of Minnesota Morris campuses. Deborah Larson, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs for California State University at Chico. And Michael Tidwell, Immediate Past President for the University of Texas at Tyler. The board will conduct final interviews on the NDSU campus on Wednesday, February 23rd, with the selection of the next NDSU president announced thereafter. It is anticipated that the new NDSU president will assume office in June 2022. For the Bison Information Network, I'm Malik Mitchell. Now on your local news front, Fargo Mayor Tim Mahoney has officially announced his run for re-election on Tuesday. Mahoney has served as mayor since 2015. As of February 1st, 3 others have filed to run as for candidates for the mayor of Fargo. Those candidates include Shannon Jones, Arlette Preston, Dustin Elliott, and activist Hokun Dabar.
This past Monday, the Fargo Force hockey team traveled to Carrington, North Dakota to surprise a very special elementary student. Mackenzie Jost is the North Dakota Children's Miracle Network champion who designed the new jersey that will be worn on February 12th at the Sanford Children's Night. Jerseys will be available for purchase via online auction.
When we come back, sports reporter Dash Minsel will give you guys a sports update, and Corey Harder will preview your weekly weather.
Founded in 1985, the Missouri Valley Football Conference has established a tradition of FCS football excellence. Competing at the highest level of NCAA Division I, student athletes at its 10 institutions demonstrate character, passion, and integrity as they grow as a student, an athlete, and a citizen. The Missouri Valley Football Conference, where leaders are shaped and champions are forged.
One kid, one mentor, plus one moment can unlock limitless potential. 30,000 youth are waiting. Be there for one of them. Become a big today.
At NDSU, we're going to teach you about how to work with people. We're going to teach you about relationships with people and how to manage those relationships successfully, whether that's at work, whether that's at home. We have majors in agricultural communication, strategic communication, journalism, and management communication. We have students who have graduated who are doing all kinds of different things, everything from marketing to writing content to development to career coaching. We also, of course, have people doing more traditional things like news reporter or working for TV stations. The faculty members in our department advise undergraduate students. We think that it's important for faculty to develop relationships with our undergrads. We have an advisory board, and that consists of people in the community who are like local business people, and we try to make connections with those people so that literally we know the person that they should talk to about a job. You can't be in the world if you can't communicate. My recommendation is that you take some communication classes at the very least if you can. Even better, do a major in communication.
Well, even though the football season is over, it doesn't mean that all the Bison have put their pads away just yet. Offensive lineman Cordell Volson and defensive lineman Braden Thomas will be participating in the East-West Shrine Bowl at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas tonight at 7 p.m. You can watch the game on the NFL Network. There's also another Bison putting on the pads again this week. Christian Watson will be participating in the Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. This game will also be presented on the NFL Network. Best of luck to all those players as they try to work their way up to the NFL. On to basketball. Last Thursday, the men fought a close game against South Dakota, but then dominated in overtime, outscoring the Coyotes 12-2 as they would go on to win 74-62. Sam Griesel had a monster game, scoring 20 points and having 11 rebounds. On Saturday, they faced a tough test but came up just short. The Bison went into South Dakota State and fought hard, but eventually lost 80-76. Rocky Cruiser led the way for the Bison with 25 points and 8 rebounds. The men's next game is tonight at the Shield Center against Omaha. The women faced off against their conference leader South Dakota last Thursday, and while they started out with an 11-0 run, the upset just wasn't meant to be. The Coyotes rallied back and won 78-59. Heaven Hamling led the way for the Bison with 14 points. On Saturday, the Bison faced South Dakota State and were beaten once again, this time losing by a score of 76-60. Heaven Hamling led the way in scoring for the Bison once again with 13 points. Their next game is on the road tonight at 7 p.m. against Omaha. It was a great weekend for the wrestling team. They notched their first 2 Big 12 Conference victories of the season in convincing fashion. Their first game was against West Virginia, where the Bison walked away with a dominant victory with a score of 39-9. 8 of the 10 Bison won their individual matches. Saturday's match against Air Force was a little bit tighter, but the Bison still pulled out the victory, winning 21-16. The match was neck and neck until DJ Parker gave the Bison both momentum and the victory with a 7-1 individual victory. The wrestlers' next match is tomorrow night against Little Rock at the Shield Center at 7 p.m. The track and field team competed on Saturday, with the Bison Athletics splitting between 2 locations. Most went to the UND Open in Grand Forks, while the throwers went to the Jack Johnson Classic in Minneapolis. Junior Jacob Roden ran 2 minutes and 27 seconds to win the 1,000 meter, the fastest time by a Bison in 16 years. The Bison men swept the top 4 places in the shot put, with Christopher Thompson winning at 18.43 meters. Trevor Otherdale won the weight throw with a mark of 21.61 meters. He stands at number 9 on the NCAA performance list in the event. Other first place recipients include Cody Roeder, Trent Davis, Dante White, Adrian Harris, Eric Van Erp, Alex Brousseau, Peyton Smith, Nell Graham, Angel Pratt, Casey Cooper, Bailey Dirks, and Alyssa Melvin. That's a lot of gold medals. NDSU will return home to host the Bison Open tomorrow and Saturday. Well, that's all for sports. Up next, Coy will give you this week's weather outlook. Don't go away.
No kid deserves to go hungry, but try as they might, not every family can afford to put food on the table every day. That's why the Great Plains Food Bank and their partner agencies work every day to bring food to our hungry neighbors. Every dollar donated can provide 4 meals for those in need. Go to greatplainsfoodbank.org and donate today, so no kid in North Dakota ever has to go hungry.
My name is Becky Parker, and I'm a news anchor at WDAY-TV. I graduated from NDSU in 2010 with a degree in journalism, broadcasting, and mass communication technologies, and then I had an emphasis on broadcasting. Principles of broadcast production and advanced broadcast production. Those were favorites because they were the most relevant for career experience. You're calling people for interviews, you're writing an article. It doesn't just feel like an assignment, it's like actually doing it. I was the news director for the first full semester of the Bison Information Network. The BIN advisor here was very much invested in me to actually have a career in broadcasting. He helped me get my internship and my first job. The people in NDSU's Department of Communication are really interested and helpful in getting students the connections that they need in order to get a job beyond school.
The NDSU Bookstore, where every true fan and alum goes to get their pride on. Gear up with a variety of high-quality t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. Made by top-of-the-line brands like Under Armour, Nike, and CI Sport to help you show off your Bison pride. The NDSU Bookstore has everything you need in your two favorite colors, green and gold.
Just yesterday was Groundhog's Day. Punxsutawney Phil predicted 6 more weeks of winter, which honestly would probably be a blessing if we only have 6 more weeks to go. But for now, we still have some winter weather to worry about. Although the wind chill warning ended at noon today, we can still expect some bitter temperatures below 0 for the rest of the night, with wind chills reaching negative 25 degrees. Tomorrow will be another pretty chilly day that won't get above 0 degrees, but we'll also see some clouds, but they should clear up as the day goes on. Saturday will warm up a lot with a high of nearly 30 degrees, but winds could get up to 30 miles per hour. Later in the day, we also have a chance for some snow showers. In addition, Saturday is also National Weather Person's Day. If you happen to know a weather person, then be sure to thank them for all that they do, and maybe even send a gift their way. Moving on to Sunday, temps will drop down with a high of 2 degrees. Then on Monday, temps will jump back up again to the mid-20s. Tuesday will get just a bit warmer, but we might have some winds throughout the day, along with some snow flurries. And finally, to round out the week, Wednesday and Thursday will both be pretty similar, but we may lose some of that sunshine on Thursday. So as you can see, this next week will be a roller coaster of temps to start off, but it will level off right at the end. If any of you have any photos or videos of some interesting weather that took place in your area, then be sure to send them our way to www.ndsubin.com/news. We'd love to feature them on the news as a part of the weekly weather. Thank you all for tuning in to our show tonight. To stay up to date with the latest on-campus news, then be sure to find us on social media or check out our website. Well, that's all for our show today. Thank you all for watching, and have a great night.